Hey, welcome to the Unquestionable Interviews presented by the Unquestionable Nerds TT. I'm your host, Ashton Menzies, aka the Unquestionable Nerd. And with me today, we have Simon Leotaud.
Yes, Leotaud.
Leotaud, all right. There, I got it right. Spelling and the name sound is not similar. So, Simon, glad to have you here today. I would like you to introduce yourself to the folks and let them know what you're all about.
Hi, my name is Simon Leotaud. My unquestionable friend here has already introduced me somewhat. So my name is Mantis on most of my social medias for my style of knife throwing. So I'm a knife thrower.
Now, let me ask you this question. What exactly drove you into knife throwing?
I have loved knife throwing for as long as I remember, just from watching kung fu movies, and it just went from there. You know, the fact that it could just, you're throwing something and it could stick like Velcro was just something that I just had to learn how to do.
That's just a passion you had then.
Yeah.
So would you say that your love for knife throwing could be tied into a nerddom of Asian cinema?
I guess. I mean, I love anime. I love all these things, but that's where it would have started. As a young child, I would have been watching ninjas and Ninja Turtles, and I mean, I really can't call any names,
Okay, you was one of them men, where you want to be when you grow up, a ninja.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, you're almost there. You're almost a full-blown ninja at this point, right?
Well, no, because I'm too out there. They had the Ninja Festival the other day, been going on for multiple years.
Yeah.
Some people went the other day and they were like, didn't see anybody.
Because that's how good the ninjas are, right?
The Ninja Festival
There
was.
you go. That's expert.
Expert level. When I'm no longer being seen, well, then I reach the level.
There you go. Well, hopefully that'll be no time soon, because we want to see plenty of you, especially you representing Trinidad and Tobago in knife throwing internationally, correct?
Yes. I went to UCAT. This is the actually the shirt from this year's World Championship in Czech Republic.
Okay, nice.
And yeah, this was my second World Championships I've represented Trinidad at.
All right.
Last year was in England, and that was my first one. I didn't place high up at all anywhere, but it was an experience, and I learned so much. I brought back everything I learned, and I started teaching people down here, started making more content, and there are places that have already started up little axe throwing places, and it is growing. So me now, I want to grow it as a sport, as a member of UCAT, which is the United Knife and Axe Throwers, all right, which is an international committee that throws the tournaments all over the world.
Right.
Every committee member gets to throw a world championship in their country. So I'm one of the, I believe, 9 or 10 committee members.
Okay, so there's an eventuality of it happening here.
There is an eventuality of us getting it here. We've already talked with the committee already. So it's just about building the sport up in the country and the region so that we can have a good turnout. And that will bring in a lot of foreign currency and foreign advertising and tourism, because there are, let's say, 150 foreign knife throwers that travel and go to these tournaments.
Right.
So, and the tournament is like €100 or something like that,
right,
as a registration fee, and then people have to fly from the Philippines, Indonesia, Australia, Trinidad.
It's that international, so
of course, like
all over.
Right now, if you go online to the UCAT site, I believe there's 17 countries registered right now, of which Trinidad is one of them.
Look out for that in the description. We'll be putting all links discussed into the description, so you guys can go and check out all these things, right? So you said something interesting there, right, with the foreign market in terms of the knife throwing, right?
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, right before we started, I did ask you about your sponsorship.
Right.
Care to talk about your sponsorship a little bit?
Well, I got private sponsorship for both times we went out there because we haven't been recognized as a sport locally yet by Ministry of Tourism. But steps are in place right now to get recognized and for the association to build. All right. So I'm in that process. So where it'll be easier to get sponsorship that way, honestly. But right now we're at the private sponsorship level where I got sponsors from companies like Subway, A Tactical, Out and Under, and a couple others, just off the top of my head. And they allowed me to be able to travel all the way to Czech Republic this year and to England last year, which is my dream to fly the flag. This year I placed 7th in long distance knife throwing.
Okay, all right. For 2 years competing, 7th place, top 10. That's amazing results. I mean, people don't usually see it like that, but a lot of people that don't see it like that, they don't really compete in much things now. So I think that the average person just looks at first, second, and third, but they don't realize that the sportsman that works so hard, some people are just happy to be 10th in the top 10, right?
Yeah.
And congratulations on that. Very impressive.
As one is my milestone right now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking to go to Italy next year for the World Championships and hopefully medal. So that was my goal.
One more thing. What was the distance that you threw to get 7th place?
13.42 meters.
Okay. All right. For the uninitiated, was that on feet?
That is like 69, 70 feet about.
All right, guys. That's like 7 basketball hoops on the ground in case you need even more clarity on how far exactly that distance was, right? Very, very, very impressive.
It's my milestone right now. I impressed myself, but it was such an improvement on my previous year, and my performance has been my performance has grown so far vast. You know, between last year's performance and this year, it's just like a rolling stone. I am very excited for my 3rd one, which I'm already on the board for, and we're looking at the 23rd, 24th, and 25th of July, 2026.
Okay, all right. A nice little summer in Italy then.
Yeah, well, hopefully once the sponsors could get on board.
All right. Please, if you see this video and you are able to sponsor, please, get in touch with Simon. His information will be in the description, as said before. So you could always reach out and let's grow this thing. I mean, I find one of the things that I found was very impressive is that I was able to see a Trinidadian carving his own way into a space that we aren't familiar with traditionally, especially when it comes to sporting events. And it's truly one of the things I marveled at when I saw the way Simon put the effort into the brand and the work, his work ethic to get better. I saw him miss. In fact, he posts his misses, but I've also seen him succeed so many times that it just shows you that there's a varying scale when it comes to this thing, right? What about the school?
Well, I have a club where I started where I teach privately. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I moved from the east. Now I'm trying to set up one in the west. So I have plans right now for February, and I want to set up something big, and I want to target a lot of people. So I want to target the schools, get in the schools as an extracurricular activity because it's good for focus, it's good for discipline, it's exercise without actually running. There's a lot of stress relief, there's a lot of positives in the sport. So I'm trying to get in from a young age, get the youths involved, not too young, and also for any age, for all age groups, because even they have people in their 70s throwing axes and knives because there's no running. You just stand up and you throw. It's like aiming, it's like darts, but with a little bit
more finesse. Yeah, that's good, man. So good to know that even the elderly can enjoy the sport, right?
Of
so
course.
You really and truly you're bringing a new sport to every type of person, every demographic. Then,
yeah,
from a young child to an elderly person, and I mean, skills that could be fun when they're with their friends as well, right? I mean, if they just want to show their friends a little.
My kids throw. I teach them how to throw chopsticks. My son throws. My mom throws. So
Okay, your mom throws.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
She throws on with pinch grip, nice and dainty. It's
Wait. That would mean I use a cheat code for a darts game.
yeah. You could.
So if I had a form a little darts team, I could always bring you in and use the ringer.
Hey, I take in. You all call me.
All right. So also Simon has some of his throwing equipment here that he would like to show us, right?
Yeah.
So you want to start with what you would consider your favorite thing to throw and then work your way down?
Oh, my favorite thing to throw. That's easy. All right. So these are my Ace Jet Stingers. They look very beat up because I throw them a lot. Right. But these are probably my favorite thing to throw I throw no spin. Right. Anti-spin, no spin, however you want to call it. So the style of throwing for this knife, you little run down your hand, anything,
Okay.
And it is, honestly, the knife is made for the act. It's like a tool made for the act, for what you want it to do. Every action has its proper thing. That's made for no spin throwing.
Right. So I just like this kind of action.
You could do underhand, no spin, and let it slide. So like if you had a metal tube,
Right.
and you put a stick inside the metal tube, and you were to fling the stick, fling the tube, just swing the tube, and the stick would kind of out.
Right.
Like that you're kind of doing that with your hand. So you're throwing it like this, and it's kind of sliding out of your hand, and you're canceling the rotation.
Oh, okay,
So you don't want it to rotate, so you have to kind of
You have to stop that from happening.
Stop it from happening, so it flies straight like a dart.
Are these made for long distance as well, or
Of course, this
All
can
right.
through any distance.
was that your tools for your winning throw?
No, I actually did. I don't have that on the table right now. I won that throw with a JXC Reborn.
Is that does
JXC
that look like
Reborn.
does that look similar to this, or does that look more like a knife type?
It is actually. Should I go and get it?
Yeah, you could
wouldn't
go.
take 2
Yeah,
seconds.
go grab it now, man. Show the people the things that they want to see.
Actual knife that got me second place.
I mean, that honestly, that was the first knife you should have had out. I mean, it was your milestone knife. You make your best throw. We talking about 70 feet, 7 basketball hoops.
But
that
that
should
was
have been
a
out first.
rotational throw. Right, so I throw rotational for that. So it goes. A rotational is all about physics and maths. You could calculate exactly where to stand up from what distance if you're calculating in your head.
Because you figure out how many rotations you'll get on one toss
Yeah.
on the way to the target, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So rotational throwing is all maths and proper release. But it's not my favorite style of throwing, so it's not my favorite knife. But you can throw this no spin as well,
Okay.
all right? Because it's shaped.
Because it has that same slender shape that fits right on your finger there, right?
And as you see, they're not sharp. They're literally.
They're just dense. That's what they are, like. But yeah, boy,
It's just a point.
it's I'm feeling like a Naruto ninja right now, guys. Don't get tired up by your Kakashi your ass quick, fast.
It's more of a Naruto knife here. This is
More of a kunai. Oh yeah, boy.
similar. That's a JXC JXO.
Anyway, feeling like I know what I'm doing, but I just looking good with it. Normal thing for me though.
Yeah. These are very nice as well.
And
These are very nice no spin knives.
And the Viking axes you have here.
Also from JXC JXO is one of my sponsors. So I've been sponsored gear by JXC JXO and by AceJet.
All right,
Which
nice.
is awesome.
Are
because
these
it's expensive?
Are these local companies as well?
No, JXC JXO is an American brand, and AceJet is from Czech Republic itself.
Okay, so you've been sponsored by international companies already.
Yes.
All right, Trinidadian companies, what we doing? We having our people sponsored by people outside. I mean, come on, guys. We gotta get on board.
Hey, hopefully we get somebody interested in seeing some pretty cool extreme stunts, or even have the youths join in and learn a new skill. And, instead of being on the streets doing a set of nonsense, there's so much things that you can do. So many, and this is not even all these sports. There's so many other sports. There's archery, there's slingshots is a sport now. I mean, there's so many other sports that you can get into.
Are these things that you hope to amalgamate into Mantis School at some point, but focus on throwing for the start?
Right now, I am focused on throwing because that is my forte. But I want to incorporate all precision target sports.
Okay.
Because that's kind of like the group I am in. The knife throwing and archery are the only two impalement arts.
Okay.
So this is the woodpecker, by the way.
The woodpecker?
They call it the woodpecker. Feel the weight on that.
Guys, if you don't hold the woodpecker properly, you're going to just swing your hand down. As a man, I can hold it all up here, which is... honestly, guys, you need to be strong to do throwing of anything because, the weight, when you hold it at the base, where are you holding this from? What's the proper way to hold that before you throw it? You guys, you're seeing all the muscles on the man hand and then all the veins popping. You'll need to come through like that, right? When you come into pelt accent thing, right? Don't get tired.
It's good exercise.
Good exercise.
And these are the GXO Sentinels. And I love these. So those are good for rotational throwing. Those are 14-inch knives.
I seen this one though, and honestly, I feel like a pirate. I feel like, swashbuckle me hearty, I'm coming for you. This is heavy too. And this is by tip or by handle?
Again.
Or is that either or? Is that a preference thing?
It's either or. So no, it's not either or. Well, if you reach the level of you can know exactly where to hold a knife at any distance, so you done doing that maths in your head like that, you can hold from the handle at any distance and you'll know how to release. Or you can hold from the blade at any distance if you know how to release. But now you're giving yourself a lot of maths to do. All right? And then rotational throwing is not in any combat or self-defense.
Mm.
You wouldn't use that style because there's so much maths to use, right? Because every meter attributes to 180 degrees in rotation. So, and a meter is about 3 feet, 3 inches. So if at 3 meters, I throw from the handle. At 4 meters, I'll throw from the blade. And then from 5 meters from the handle.
Oh.
But that way, I'm not changing my grip.
Right.
I'm just changing where I hold them, right? But if I don't know the distance, I would now have to automatically do the maths to know, all right, so this is 4.5 meters. I have to hold it a little higher, And then you wouldn't use those styles in a self-defense or in a combat scenario.
Right.
So in like a life and death or in an actual situation other than a sporting situation or recreation.
I would figure though that it would mostly slow someone down unless you hit them with something in a vital spot. We're talking about if you were in the rare exceptional case of where you had to defend yourself.
If you were throwing a piece of metal like this without any point at somebody and it hit them,
knockout.
They're gonna knock out anything.
All right.
So imagine it has a point.
By the way, we don't recommend you go and throw anything at anybody.
No.
We only throw in things at targets because we want to be good sports people out here. And we want to learn skills, So kids, we're not throwing anything at anybody, right? So let's just get out. We had one time. Safety. He said it 3 times, so it's very important. That's how you know.
Yep.
And something else I wanted to ask you about. Well, I already know your vision, right? But what's your hopes for this? What's your final end game for this?
my final end game for this would
Yeah.
be to be the godfather of knife throwing in the Caribbean and the region.
Would you say that you're well on your way? How many other people you met from the Caribbean involved in this?
Other than who I have introduced it to?
Yeah. Other than who you introduced.
One. I met a guy recently. He came and he introduced himself to me the other day, and he has some cold steel knives that he bought from years ago, and he does axe throwing and knife throwing as a hobby, and he teaches martial arts as well. But that's something that he also liked, and he was the first person that I actually met, and he asked me to come and sharpen him up on his game, because he wants to start back throwing and stuff, and I felt like wow, so that's real cool. So there is one other person that I've met in Trinidad that has done it. I would say he's older than me, so before me.
Right. He didn't do it professionally or not competitively.
I was the first person to go to international event.
Did you post? Do you have that article?
Yes. If you check my social medias like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
No, but I mean you have the original newspaper with the article and it's still right.
I didn't get a newspaper article. I was on TV6 and Modern Edition and CNC3.
The papers has never had no good news on it. You figure they could have put in something about somebody doing something positive for the country. What's going on here?
Maybe somebody from the newspaper would see this interview and think,
Hey, newspaper people, I don't read no newspapers, but
you see why
this is our
get
sport.
This newspaper.
Yeah, you see? Because you're not putting in anything interesting, only sad man stories that we don't even want to hear on a daily basis.
Yeah, this is something that the youths could really get involved in, and it's addictive, honestly. When you hear the thud of the knife hitting the target, you might drop like 4 or 5 times, ping, ling, bang, 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 but when you get it, dup, your heart will still be racing.
That one time, man, I'm sure like when somebody learning the first time and they keep messing up and then they finally hit it, that's a milestone. It's the next milestone, right? Now that the East location is moving, right, and you want to relocate to the West and you have plans in February to reopen, right? Yeah. What does somebody do now if they want to get in touch with Mantis to learn? Do they come by you still, and do they do private one-on-ones?
I have portable targets, so I can set up at location. I do team building exercises. I have one-on-one target, and I go to people at their venues, homes, and I teach $150 an hour. And I have a friend in St. James. We have a little small range there, so I can, if you need a location where you don't have a space to throw at and you have to come to me to throw, we can throw.
You can set up there.
I can set up there and throw. But right now, the process, I'm building the arena.
Right.
So now, right now is private one-on-one lessons until February.
Okay, gotcha. And people can reach you
on all my social media, so TikTok, Instagram.
So once they shoot you a message to Mantis, throw in.
I'm online all day, every day.
I mean, that's all the business coming in, right? You can get me on
TikTok faster than you can get me on my phone.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Guys, TikTok is the way to this guy's heart, right? So you can just jump on TikTok and tick him up one time. I want to thank you for taking the time to come out today and talk a little bit about what it is you're doing and your dreams and your hopes for the sport and growing it in Trinidad. And I find it's important to highlight people such as yourself because we don't really have a lot of innovation in terms of avenues that people could take to try to elevate themselves in sport or just in life in general, I would say that the martial arts are very, very underutilized arena in general, and I would consider this also to some extent a form of martial arts.
It is a part of martial arts.
Right. So it could fit into the grand scheme of martial arts on the whole. And I think that there's a lot of avenue in Trinidad for people who are serious to actually get out there and doing it. I've always thought this though.
Yeah.
There is no new thought that I've had. And you know, I just like to see innovation, my brother. Yeah. That's what I like to see.
Yes, I want people to start throwing, but I would like some serious people who want to learn the art of throwing and take it to the next level and go to competition with me or go to their own competition.
Form a team.
Well, I took another Trinidadian to Czech Republic this year, Andre Mohammed. He was my teammate at Czech Republic this year. He trained for 6 months with me before we went. And yeah, so next year I want to see how many people I could get on board, see if I can get the government on board. You know, that would be nice if the Ministry of Tourism could recognize us as a sport or representing Trinidad, Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Sports. You know, that's the angle I want to go at. His name right.
That's all right. Because this is not a... Oh yeah, they're fresh.
Yeah.
They're fresh and they're trying to make make an impact, guys. For once in all your life, I don't know, like, do something. Sorry. It's not specific to Trinidad. I just not all over the world. I don't like them. Don't worry. But yeah. So this was the interview by the Unquestionable Nerds. We had a good time, right?
Unquestionable.
Unquestionably good time. Now, Simon, I just want you to do a couple of things for me before we lock off, right? I want you to shout out all your sponsors, right? And anything else you want to shout out, any message that you might want to give. And then we're going to go into the fun part of the wrap-up, right, guys? As a little surprise at the end of every episode, we have a nice little surprise for you guys, right? So go ahead, talk your talk.
Well, I'd like to shout out Out and Under, AE Tactical, Subway, and L&W Engineering for all the help that they gave me to go, and all my friends and family who helped raise funds. Hot Shop, Roti Shop on Mukrapo Road for allowing me to have a fundraiser. Big up Roti Shops all the time. Yeah, Trinidad, you can't go wrong with a roti, you know. There you go. And yeah, these are people who've been backing me for the last 2 years, and I hope to continue getting backing and support from them, and anybody else who willing to get on board to help me, myself, and anyone who else wants to join the team to help fly our flag internationally. Yo, we could always use more representation in anything, right? And having a champion in any sport is always a nice look for your country, right? Better yet, with a man who 2 years competing and went from a place in the first year that he don't even want to discuss. He didn't even talk about what he placed in the first year. But we know he placed in the second year. He placed 7th, top 10. In 2 years, that's a feat, right? And we're glad to see it over here. We're glad to see growth. Glad to see success. That's what we like. That's what we like. And they have a soca song that's good like that. That's what we like. That's what she like. I don't know. I don't really listen. That's yours to sing. Nah, boy. I just sing rock music and emo rock music like a real 17-year-old white boy from the 2000s. It's real sad on my side. Yeah. Don't worry. Eventually. I painted a picture. Yeah. All right, guys. Tune in for a couple more seconds as we get ready for Sayo to close us off. Right? Get ready, guys. 3, 2, 1. There's no tune. You better do it good. All right. Wait for the beat to drop. Oh God, wait, Simon. Wait. Who dey, oh. Who dey, oh. Who dey, oh. This is our story, ladies and gentlemen, about 2 lovely white women traveling the way to Africa. Found themselves deep in the heart of the Baluba, in the Congo, in the hands of my big brother, Uba. I ain't gonna lie, I really seriously first time crazy. And if it was me, I would have taken him back to their husband. But my brother was hungry. This is true now. Two white women traveling through Africa find themselves in the hands of a cannibal headhunter. He cook up one and eat one raw. It tastes so good, they wanted more. He wanted more. I envy the Congo man. I wish it was me, I want a shaky hand. Eat until his stomach upset, and I never eat a white meat yet.
Well, he white. Trinidadian standards.
Oh.
Doing one verse on one hook. You enjoy that?
Yeah, that was fun.
You enjoy the interview?
Yeah, man.
All right, Richie, yeah.
Yeah, man, that was Jones.
Thoughts, yeah? You like that? Yeah. All right, nice. Very good. I'm real happy you come on, bro. Whatever I said in this, I actually mean it.
Yeah, well, me too. And I hope I didn't screw up my own opportunities with the minister of not using
BTS, we have things to edit because I just run my mouth. But we're going to leave that in the edit, that I just run my mouth. But we're going to bleep out this stuff. The video going to be good, boy. Don't worry. You're going to have a good time.